You need to look after the children. But the frustrated parents, one mother was expert in making this statement every time. Is it for this day I carried you 9 months in my stomach? Once you say, twice you say, thrice you say. How many times you will blackmail somebody? Then that son got one day disgusted. Swamiji, my mom blackmails me every day on this nonsense. She should have carried me on the back. Carried you in the stomach. See? Friends, the real joy is bringing up the children and let them fly their own life. But we imagine our children are like kites and hold on to them. They are not. They are living beings. How much you listen to your parents? Don't change the topic, Swamiji. See? The more you become aware of these facts, friends, you will come to know that when we are actively busy in life, then alone you remain healthy. See? I'll tell you one example. Last almost 10-15 years, I have virtually stopped writing. Either it is the keyboard or somebody takes the dictation. Now the result is, if I take a paper and pen and start writing, hand doesn't move fast. Earlier I remember when I used to write commentaries, not one or two, 5,000, 10,000 papers I have written by hand. Thousands, not hundreds. But now if I have to write one page, the hand doesn't move at all. This is called as unused atrophy of the function. In the same manner, when we function in this world, our faculties remain bright and brilliant. And that bright and brilliance is called as the spiritual glow in our life. Otherwise, Gupta ji, kya ho gaya? Why your face is like that? Manufacturer's defect, I say ye. See? Lead a cheerful and happy life. That is important. One day, when I give the examples, in that I say Gupta ji. One day one person asked me, he was Gupta ji. He said, Swamiji, please tell me, I am not angry with you, I am just asking because you just gave an example. But why you selected this word Gupta ji? I said, you know what happened? Once I was in Bareilly. There are two Bareilis, you know. One is Bas Bareilly, other is Jhumke Wali Bareilly. So I was in Jhumke Wali Bareilly. Bareilly ke bazaar mein jhumka gira rahe. I was in that Bareilly. And a small tea shop below a tree, I was having a cup of tea. So being a Babaji, I was only having a cup of tea standing. And there were some people who were playing chess. So table in the middle, chess board, one person this side, one person this side, and one party supporting this player, other party supporting this player. And this player, he was again and again told by one man, Gupta ji, ghode ko chalao. Gupta ji, wazir ko chalao. And Gupta ji was doing like this thing. And he won. So, he said, bhai, kisne kaha? Who was guiding me? He said, bhai, I was guiding you. Oh, thank you very much. But tell me, how do you know that my name is Gupta ji? He said, मैं हर एक बेवकूफ को गुप्ता ही कहता हूँ. He said, from that day onward, I have selected this name. See, therefore, friends, when we are functioning in this world, lead a life of responsible existence that will keep you busy. And when you are busy, you are healthy. See, it's very important. Never retire in life. After you have finished your money earning business, etc., take up some work wherein your society is benefited. There are many things we can do. Instead of waiting on the government to do something, start small little things and do it sincerely and see the joy of it. I'll give an example about this. There is a friend of mine, he was in the Reserve Bank of India and retired from a very top position. And he was asking me, Swamiji, now please guide me what I should do. I said, first of all, you remove from your head that you are retired. You are retired from the job, not from the life. So keep your dynamic lifestyle till the last moment of your life. Don't, after retire ho gaye, now I will keep on sleeping up to 10 o'clock as if you are waking up early in the morning. Never, never retire in life. Then I said, now you choose. Do whatever service you can do in your capacity, but don't do it for earning money. Do it the same job or whatever job you like. So he selected one project which is running in a tribal area, and it is run for the tribal school and hostel, etc. Both girls and boys hostel. So both the husband and wife. She became the hostel warden of the girls' hostel and he became the hostel warden of the boys' hostel. And both of them are so cheerful and happy among the children. Nothing big project. As a result, they are busy and occupied. See? Otherwise, you remain at home and then the daughter-in-law is there, the son-in-law is there. Now both of them are not available. So their sons, their daughter-in-laws, they are waiting for the mother-in-law to come at least one day in a month or two. See? Therefore, Karma Yoga means keeping meaningfully busy with a clear understanding that we need to be busy. The world doesn't need us. See? Very important. Otherwise, all the time, many times, we come across people, nothing except complaints about a daughter-in-law, the son-in-law, the business, this thing, that thing, and they don't want to change themselves. So, Gita tells us this simple principle. Now, what is the principle? The principle is, Karma Yoga principle I am explaining you. If we discover happiness in all our actions, at the time of doing the action, means what? Every action is an expression of happiness. We don't do what we like. That's what I said. I never said this sentence. We don't do what we like. Whatever we have to do, we do it happily. We do whatever we like, then we will go the wrong way. I like sleeping up to 10 o'clock. I like shouting at the people. Should we do that? No. Therefore, we keep ourselves busy in such a manner that every expression of our life is an expression of cheer and joy and happiness. That is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is not keeping occupied in many different activities. Karma Yoga is expression of inherent bliss in and through every expression. Be it a word that we utter, be it is a thought that we entertain, be it is an action that we do, or be it is a relaxation that we do. Relax cheerfully and happily. यार क्या करें पता नहीं यार बड़ा बोर हो रहा हूँ. So you are not relaxing, you are tense. See? This is what Bhagavad Gita tells, Karma Yoga Siddhanta. Let us apply it in our life. Now, when we start living like this, where we are responsible, we meet people with a nice disposition, and we are very sincere, do all our duties, you know what happens? Swamiji, I have never taken 1 paisa bribe in my life. And they talk to me, so they get caught up. I said, I know, Gupta ji, you have not taken 1 paisa bribe. Because you have taken in millions. No, like that. You know. So if we are good, be very attentive. We have a terrible ego of our goodness. And that ego then compares us. I am not like other people. I am very sincere. So this karma yoga becomes a karma roga. See? Why the karma yoga was done? To express happiness. But instead of that, our attention was, I am very good. I get up early in the morning, I go to the temple, I do the japa, But people, Swamiji, they get up from the bed with the same nightie, they directly go to the kitchen, without even taking bath, and they prepare tea, chi. We are very pure Vaishnavas. Unless we finish our bath, we don't even enter the kitchen. Nobody puts on shoes in our house. We are not like other people. We don't eat onion, garlic. We are not like other people taking non-vegetarian. And we have every day morning, evening puja. We are not like other people. Go for the movie in the evening. Constantly, how we are holier than thou. See, it is better to be bad than to be good and condemn the world. See, to remove this negative aspect from our personality, Bhagavad Gita takes the third path called as the path of devotion. See? Now understand the whole philosophy behind it. So when we are correcting our relations with the world, we are leading the life of a dignified human being. Second thing, when we are leading a life of responsibility, we get an opportunity to express joy and cheer. So it is our need. The third, while doing this thing, there is a possibility that we may catch up the virus called as ego. See? You know, there are 3 viruses. One is the HIV virus, which is a biological virus, isn't it? Second is the computer virus, which is a logical virus. And third is the ego, it is an illogical virus. There is no logic. See? I have done this thing, I have done that, I am like that, I am like that. Without me the world cannot move. See? And this is how I have said to you earlier, those who become more miserable, they have got more ego. Those who are less miserable, less ego. Those who are all the time happy, no ego. Because you don't get hurt. So to remove this ego, there is a very simple technique. And what is that technique? The technique is the technique of devotion. Because in devotion, we have already fallen on the feet of the Lord. See? Therefore, a devotee is a perfect person without ego. A karma kandi is a perfect person with a strong ego. Such people who are perfectionists, they are perfectly miserable. So you be perfect, but not miserable. So when a perfectionist is non-miserable, he is a devotee of the Lord. How he becomes a devotee of the Lord? As regards he is concerned, his life is an expression of perfection. But when he is dealing with the world is concerned, he is not expecting any perfection in return, but he is only serving the world as expression of the divine. And thus, May Sevaka Sacharachara Rupa Swami Bhagavanta. I am the servant of the Lord, and my Lord comes to me in various forms. You know what happens as a result? This is another very important principle of devotion. Many times we hear such statements. Swamiji, I am extremely having terrible fear in my heart. What I should do? I said, Amma, you don't have faith in God. No. You ask anybody how much faith I have in God? I said, faith is not a public discussion. It is a subjective experience. No, you can ask my husband how much faith I have got. I said, husband, how much faith she has got? He said, how do I know how much faith she has got? I said, no, listen. You also don't believe me that I have got faith in God. When you have to justify and prove your faith, you don't have. And you also say there is no faith, Swamiji. I said, yes, you don't have faith. Why? I said, if you have faith in God, in your heart, you will have no fear in life. Fear is a clear indication of lack of faith. Light and darkness cannot stay together in the same manner. Faith and fear cannot stay together. See? Therefore, this devotion will give us the highest achievement in life. What is that? Now be very attentive. It is something like that. A servant never gets insulted in life. Very simple. Suppose I am a servant and my Amma is my boss. And you are all sitting, and a boss always likes to prove himself superior. So they will shout at the servants. So she will tell me, hey Ramu, jara pani le aao thik se. In an arrogant manner. So, when she is abusing me, talking rudely, will any one of you feel that I am insulted? No. But suppose in reply I tell her, hey madam, kitna pani peeti ho, tanker ho kya? If I say this thing in return to my boss, is not a boss insulted? Understand this principle. Whenever we have experienced insult, we have taken a wrong position of a boss. Boss ऊपर बैठा है. देखो महाराज. Therefore, devotion gives us the simple technique that we are the servants of the Lord. That's why I know when many people come and ask me, Swamiji, will you please give me mantra? Will you please bless me? I said, these two things I never do in my life. Blessing anybody or giving mantra. Blessing means what? I am superior, you are inferior. See? Never get lost in that. That is why devotion is practiced throughout life. Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say that we should continue to be a seeker throughout life. Never take a position of a guru. The moment you take a position of a guru, your process of learning stops. See, the other day I was somewhere and there was one student who studied from me. So, somebody came and he is also a Swami. So, I introduced, I said, he is my friend, he is such a Mahatma and he is such a nice one, he is very well read and all that. And everything was over. Where everybody went, he was there. Swamiji, why you have to say that I am your friend? Am I not your disciple? I said, no. But I consider you as my guru. I see it is your problem. I don't solve your problem. You solve your problem. But what is wrong if you call me as your disciple? I said, I will never do that mistake. Please understand. We have to remember, in this world, we live only as seekers of truth throughout life. Otherwise, we are digging our own grave. So, see how simple the life becomes, friends. When the devotion will thus quieten the I, now we come to the next stage. Then our mind becomes really, really pure. Now what is the meaning of pure mind again? Earlier we have seen, again second degree purity. Like the kerosene, diesel, petrol and the aviation fuel. Isn't it the same thing? Different degrees of purity. Now this is last degree of purity. What is that? Pure mind is that mind which is kindled with the inquiry about who am I, what is the world, who is God, and what is this relative existence. So pure mind is that mind where inquiry is kindled. Now he is no more satisfied with the world. Now he wants to know, if I am someone other than the world, other than the body, then the question comes, who am I? As long as we consider and accept ourselves to be body, this question will never come in our mind, who am I? I know I am a man, woman, young, old, Gujarati, Bengali, where is the problem? But the real problem comes when I have a problem about my own identity. See? So this identity crisis is created if we follow the first three things: the dharma, the yoga and the devotion. So when we follow this, then our mind becomes so pure and we are no more having any doubt. Really, it is not that mouth that is talking, somebody behind the mouth is talking. It is not the ears they are hearing, somebody behind the ear is hearing. Now who is this? Who is existing independent of the body? What is his identity? See, when this uneasiness comes about our own identity, then our inquiry gathers speed, intensity and depth. And then we take up the study of the Upanishads and go deeper and deeper. Meditation becomes a 24 hours effortless experience. There is no struggle. See? And in this manner, Bhagavad Gita gives us a complete picture about the holistic approach to spiritual practice. Not that only you do karma and forget about. Do karma without understanding, it is a labor. Do karma with understanding, it is a sadhana. See? Love without understanding, it is an attachment. Love with understanding is devotion. See? Study without understanding is erudition and scholarship. Study with understanding is wisdom. So the understanding must be clear. Bhagavan says in second chapter, Buddhau Sharanam Anvichha. Take refuge in your correct understanding. And in this manner, when we will slowly start leading our life of right understanding, then one of the most important thing happens. What is that? We will stop complaining. My wife doesn't understand me. My children don't understand me. They all have, secluded me. And I am feeling lonely in my own house. And I am so much spiritual. So if you are spiritual, who should have understanding? You or they. Therefore, friends, the more we study Bhagavad Gita deeper and deeper, understanding will become mature. And maturity in understanding is expression of that wisdom in our life. And this is how we can definitely start afresh. See? So, we have discussed the destination, the goal, the means, the methods, all the possible holistic approach to life. Now, after having done this, Swamiji, when we hear you, it is very simple, but when we go back and put on our shoes, again it is the same thing, what we should do. Don't put on your shoes, put on somebody else's shoes. That is why many people go in our temples, they change their shoes. Shoe is nothing but your ego. Even in the darkness, you put on your shoe, you can recognize, isn't it, whether it is you or not, because you are ego. Do we ever complain that, Swamiji, I have taken breakfast at 8 o'clock. Now it is 12:30, I am again feeling hungry. What I should do? Then I take lunch. Then again at 4 o'clock I feel hungry. Oh, I don't know what I should do. Do we ask? No. So after breakfast, when you feel hungry, you again take food. After that, 5 o'clock you feel hungry, again take samosa. Again in the evening, at 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock you feel hungry, again take dinner. In the same manner, satsanga we have to do again and again and again and again. It is not no, Swamiji, I heard Bhagavad Gita. So, now what next I should hear? See? Therefore, satsanga we have to practice throughout life. And there are 2-3 types of satsanga. One is what we are doing here. Second is your own personal sadhana is also satsanga. Third, your meditation daily, regularly, without any compromise. You know why we compromise? Because we have not understood the value of it. Suppose I start counting notes. Even if I don't tell you, you will start counting. Once I did this experiment in one of the management things, How many we are not able to concentrate? Please help us something. I said, okay, we'll do it later. Let us play now. And then I had already organized this thing. I told one of the boys, I said, hey, when the class starts, you come and give me this bundle of notes and tell that Swamiji, you told me to give that money I have given to him, and this is the remaining, you please count. I will shout at you. But you don't worry, it is just a drama. And then you say, no, Swami, please count. Afterwards, don't tell I have given you less money. And I will curse you and start counting. And I did that. I started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Purposely, I started counting wrong. 8, 9, 11, 16, 17, 18, 19. And I was doing sincerely, but a mistake as if it has naturally happened. One person, Swamiji, excuse me, you are counting wrong. I said, did I ask you to count? No. I said, as anybody counting money, we become single-pointed, is it not? Because we know one wrong count, 500 rupees loss. In the same manner, one wrong step in our life, we lose all what we have gathered in our life as a equipoise of our mind. So let us remain alert, vigilant, and live every moment carefully and cheerfully. This is how we have to resolve Let us start afresh. Better late than never. And it is never late. It is always the right time. All the experiences we had in our life, good or bad, all those experiences were required. No experience is unnecessary in our life. And thus, we decide to start afresh in 2007 and grow spiritually and spread the fragrance of inner peace and beauty in the form of happiness and love for the whole humanity. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.